Hello everyone, today I'm doing a video on how to go from grayscale to color. And if you don't know, grayscale is just a black and white image. Usually it's rendered if you're going to do a technique like this, like you get all the values. I didn't go like all the way with this one because I always end up changing things in the end, so I just had like the basic facial structures, what I wanted him to look like, how his hair was going to be, and his clothes. I do end up changing a little bit later, but you get the gist of it. So what I did beforehand, as you can see on the right, is I made a little like palette bar, because in Photoshop it's a little hard to pick colors like naturally, and I wanted to have it full screen, so I picked out a bunch of colors that I thought would be in his skin. Then I used a soft light layer above the grayscale layer, and I just kind of put in colors kind of where I thought there would be like red around the nose and cheeks, and then the rest of the skin is kind of peachy. And right now it still looks kind of dull, and I don't know if you guys have seen or heard of Cynics, but he did a video recently on grayscale, and he was saying this is an issue that you would run into, and I'm learning that it is very difficult to like get proper colors when you're doing grayscale, so you really just have to like kind of fiddle with it a lot. Like usually I've noticed like if I want to get a color I have to go a lot darker than I would have thought, hence why I made them all beforehand and kind of lowered the opacity of my brush to just kind of build it up instead of going straight to like neon orange toxic skin, because you'll if you try it you'll know what I mean. Like go full opacity, soft light, and try to color skin. It'll look weird. But yeah, so overall it's just a lot of building, and you really just have to test things out. I find the soft light layer works best, and I learned this from another YouTuber. I think it might have been like Sarah Tepes or something, I don't know. But she did a grayscale video. I'll see if I can link it in the description if I can find it. But I learned some things from her, and I was just trying to figure out like, oh, how would I go about doing this? And it actually helped me a lot. Like you might be wondering like, oh, why would you do start with grayscale instead of just going straight to color? Well, sometimes it can be hard to like think of things with value when you're doing color, because there's so many things to like balance, and you're trying to get like the actual hue right, the color, and hello mouth. You're also trying to get like, I don't know, just getting value and hue at the same time can be pretty difficult. So it's a pretty common technique to do the grayscale first, and then you only worry about values. You see all your light and dark shifts, and you get your brights and your darks. And I find it helps me, because normally like when I'm painting I'll like do a value check later in, if I'm doing like a color painting for example, and I'll realize that it's awful. Like all the colors are basically the same value, and it's very flat. So this helped me not be nearly as flat. And what I should have done is at the end, like I should have changed it all back to grayscale to see if I kept my values in check, but I did not because I'm dumb. But yeah, so this part I'm still just continuing with the soft light layer. Eventually I'll make a normal layer on top of it and just kind of paint really softly with a low opacity and a soft brush. Paint back on the natural colors so they're not tainted by the grayscale below, and it will make it a lot more luminous and pretty. That was my favorite part. Like right now he looks kind of like a zombie, and while zombies are cool and all, they're not nearly as interesting as a pretty boy, in my opinion. Yeah, I tried giving him cat ears because I'm that bitch. But yeah, it didn't work out because I had no reference, and I was just like, oh, that would be cute, wouldn't it? It's not cute at all. But yeah, what else? Let's see. I'm sorry for my absence as usual. I have very low confidence and I cannot get anything done because, I don't know, lately I've just been struggling with consistency. Like I have such a hard time like doing the same technique on another drawing. Like it has to be like weeks in between before I can get the same effect. So I'm trying to find like a good method to like get a similar style, and I like how this one worked out. I'll probably try something similar again just to see if I can do it, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen in Phony Land. But yeah, as you can see, I made another palette, and that one just had a little bit more weird colors and darker colors. Like, skin has a lot of different value or colors in it. It has values too, but focusing on colors, it has greens, blues, oranges, pinks, you name it. You just kind of tackle it with light color, and it'd be really smart to use actual reference. I just didn't because I'm lazy and I wanted to get this out. Let's see. Yeah, he's still looking pale, but it gets there. Don't worry. I hope. His head's too big right now too. It's like huge, really big. Like goddamn. But he also kind of looks like a girl. But who doesn't nowadays? Yeah. Let's see. I don't even know what's going on with this shirt. It's kind of stupid, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so I hope this helped in your grayscale endeavors. I highly recommend it. Even just once, like you'll see like a really big difference. So to outline my method, I sketched it first, and then I painted it with gray and blacks and whites, mostly gray because it's grayscale. And then I used a soft light layer on top of that using a palette to kind of punch colors onto it. And then after that, I did a normal layer, and I went over it all, as you can see right now, and I brightened it up. Everything on a very low opacity as to not get crazy. You can always change it later, but I find it's easier to build up than to go back. Now, you're gonna get a little song, and it'll be the end of the video. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate all of you. Bye bye!